Eddie, can't you see? Sometimes you hypnotize me, and sometimes your fancy words. I know, but yeah, Eddie Hearn told us a few weeks ago he sent some offers out to Mario Barrios. Then you hear the rumors heat up that Barrios could be on a double feature pay-per-view, Barrios versus Pacquiao, with Errol Spence versus Fondora, I'm guessing, to be the main event. You know what I mean? You don't know what I mean, son? Shout out to my New York peoples. My Henry, what up, son? Kobe, what up, son? Yes, son. Dead ass B. Oh man, I should have put my yellow Averex jacket on, son. But on a serious note, yeah, well, I did a live this morning, early this morning, and we talked about how Barrios was looking like he was gonna fight Manny Pacquiao next. If you heard those rumors out there for years, we thought possibly they wasn't gonna do it after the way Pacquiao looked in the exhibition with the kickboxer who was putting hands, foot, toes, and elbows and everything up under the sun on him in that fight. And luckily it was 3 rounds. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe, Pacquiao, they won't be interested. He don't look good, but, Pacquiao probably need the bread. So, at the end of the day, I knew once Boots couldn't make a deal with Barrios, with PBC was going to block him out or box him out like they did Bud. So Jaron Ennis had to know the politics of it. Like, no. They wasn't gonna do that fight. Either you was if they couldn't make the fight for you, and they probably was gonna put you in a 360 deal. The Barrio fight is not enough career defining fight for him to get in there and fight. In my opinion, it ain't enough for me to sign my life away to Al Heyman and him to be giving me Carolina or Afterpay, payments and taking my money allegedly and paying me in increments. Like, no, like I'm good. I'd rather get money with Eddie, right? So we knew that wasn't going to happen, but apparently BoxingScene.com, who used to be owned by Viacom, which Viacom used to employ PBC because they used to have Showtime and CBS. For y'all don't know how that worked. They basically, an anonymous source came out in a Boxing Scene article, shout out to Lance Pugmire. He does some solid work, in my opinion, over the years. And he basically came out and, I read the article. I don't just read the tweets. I wrote the article. He came out and basically said Eddie Hearn said he sent all the offers to the champions. Now, apparently, PBC, somebody would have not wanted to remain anonymous. Could be Sam, could be, Tim Smith, it could be Luis de Cubas, it could be Samson Toulouse, who the fuck knows, right? It could be Cynthia, I don't know. And they basically came out and said that the offer was comical. It favored Boots. It favored Boots and his father, Bonzi Ennis. It was, like it wasn't a real offer. Everything favored them, and they wasn't gonna do it. Even if the offer was solid, they wouldn't have put Barrios in there. It don't matter. Even the offer was great, they was gonna say it was sorry. It was so you could take it for a grain of salt. Can't really believe what Eddie's saying. Can't really believe what PBC saying. But we know PBC wasn't gonna allow one of their champions to go fight Boots. We knew that. If they couldn't make the fight over at PBC, they wasn't going to allow their fighter to go over there and fight Boots. That's something that we already knew. So whether the offer was good or not good, I told y'all Eddie Hearn said it was substantially good. The offer was a lucrative offer. That's subjective. And apparently for Mario Barrios, it wasn't enough money in the game. So it is what it is. So they wasn't about to hand the belt to Boots. So we knew that fight was gonna be made. We didn't hear nothing about Stay Honest. So apparently he got a 1-fight deal with PBC left, so we don't know what's going on with that. But the interesting part came when it came to Brian Norman Jr. He said they sent the offer. Now some people were saying in the comment section while I watched the YSL media he did with Boots, and Boots said it didn't matter in what order they fought these guys. That's what Boots said. He said it didn't matter in what order they fought. Okay, he said it did not matter to him in what order they fought. That they got busy, and he basically said they sent from that point he did the interview. They sent the offer to Norman 2 days ago, Now, with some things that got around on Twitter that, well, they were saying in the comment section, I think Jamil in the comment section was saying that, I go start to watch some media, that he was basically saying that what happened was, they were saying that Brian Norman and his daddy, Senior and Junior, were saying that they want to say the Boots fight for last. But then of recently, they said they would come to Philly and fight Boots. They'll fight Boots. They down to make the fight happen right now. And then, what Eddie Hearn said, that is when he sent the offer to Brian Norman to fight Brian Norman Jr., they said it was too late. So, but basically, they probably got a fight locked in. It was supposed to be T.O. It was too late, and it wasn't enough. So it wasn't enough money. So everybody's saying Eddie ain't offering enough money to fight Boots. And I don't know what's enough money. I don't know what he offering. Is it $1 million? Is it $2 million? Is it $500K? Is it 1.5? But everybody pretty much saying the same thing, that the money funny. Okay, so it ain't enough to fight Boots, and it could be market value. It could be above market value, but maybe they just don't plan on fighting Jaron Boots Ennis, or the fight ain't cooked enough for them to go in there and make it happen. Okay, so for the most part, they saying that the fight ain't enough. The money ain't enough. It ain't worth the risk, or the money funny, and it basically came out. It was somebody said on Twitter. I don't know how true this is. Brian Norman Sr., the father, said that it wasn't true. That they, basically counter offered, and Boots never got back to them, or they gave them an offer or something like that, and Boots never got back to them, and Boots stuck in them. I say this: I heard Brian Norman Jr. had a lot of success versus guys in sparring, but one of the guys that he couldn't really beat up in sparring was Boots in the sparring. So I don't think Top Rank want to go hand Eddie Hearn the belt. So I think for Boots, I think you ain't gonna get no champion. I don't know what the play gonna be. Is it gonna move up, or you gonna sit here and just fight a bunch of nobodies? And I don't know what the plan is. Fight your mandatories and just get active, and then try to make a jump. But Brian Norman Jr., who just was crowned champion, they not about to get in the ring with you. PBC, they could make the fight when you was over there affiliated with Barrios. They not about to make the fight with you. And stay honest, we don't know. So for him, they might as well start making plans to do other things. And even if Pacquiao beat Barrios, he ain't gonna fight you neither. So I don't know. Brian Norman Jr. just came on the scene, so for him to go right into a unification fight with Boots, I mean, neither one of them are well known. I mean, for us, the fight fans, that's a great fight. And it's a great fight that could be a great unification fight that regular TV needs. That on ESPN, I think everybody would be more excited for that fight than any pay-per-view that's been on TV this year. So that'd be one for the hardcore boxing fan. I think overwhelmingly people would favor Jaron Boots Ennis. So for my whole thing is with Top Rank, it's just to the point where, do you really want to, you got a young champion, do you really want to hand him over? And believe he can win and unify, and then what's the plan after that? Unify and fight Boots. Unify and fight, Boots, and then, do we go over there and go for Undisputed versus Barrios? The PBC want to make that fight, who knows? But apparently, they basically saying, Eddie said that they said it was too late, so they got a fight locked in and the offer wasn't enough money. So I don't know if Eddie trying to lowball people, or Eddie ain't, trying to do fair market value, or it ain't enough money. So for the most part, do Boots just move up at this point? Is anything gonna change in a year and change in 6 months? People's opinion gonna change. So I would love to know who Brian Norman Jr. fight next. I don't know if it's gonna be, Teofimo Lopez or something like that. But like I said before, Boots can't sit around at that division waiting on people. You got to put himself in the position where the top guys are, and try to be a mandatory. So, if he want top fights, he got to go get them right now. He got to put himself in position to fight Bud, put himself in the position to fight Fondora, Spence, and Timzu, and Backram, and all them guys. But right now, to me to be here to negotiate numbers and chopping up numbers at 47, you would think because they're lesser known fighters that the numbers can be made. But I've been telling y'all about since Turkey Al-Sheikh been in boxing, he exposed it's just not about the money. Some of these dudes simply don't want to fight. Some people they just don't want to compete. They don't want to fight. They don't want to lose the O. It's not about a dollar amount. It's about protecting the O and not getting embarrassed and not becoming a meme on social media. And that's just what it boiled down to a lot of the time. So, you know, real talk. Real talk. So, but, you know, nonetheless, that is what it is. So, for the most part, we about to go through another saga, like the Frieza saga, or the Namekian saga, or the Saiyan saga, or the Boo saga again, with Boots and Brian Norman Jr. and all them dudes and going, oh, you ducking me? And I'm like, I'm so tired of it, bro. When they could just fight and get it over with right now. Oh, we got to build this up to be a super fight. We're going to fight at 160 in 2035. Yeah, you know, so it is what it is, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree from X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcast, Spotify, the whole 9. Peace.